the dream keeps us strong. Through every challenge we rise, never wrong. With every goal we fly, hearts on fire. The passion unites us, takes us higher. Keep on singing, support never fades. Together we stand in this blue brigade. Tonight is our night. For Chelsea we stand. Oh yeah. Blue flag flying high, fly high. From Stamford Bridge, the pride that we share. Each kickoff, each moment, it feels so rare. With faith in our hearts, we chase the dream. Through every match day, we're part of the team. The love for our club is a powerful thing. Together we shout, let the victory ring. Tonight is our night. For Chelsea we stand. Oh yeah. Blue flag flying high, fly high. We're unstoppable, hear the roar. In blue we trust forevermore. Together we sing hand in hand. But Chelsea forever will stand. Tonight is our night. For Chelsea we stand. Oh yeah. Blue flag flying high, fly high. Chelsea, the dream keeps us strong. Through every challenge we rise, never wrong. With every goal we fly, hearts on fire. The passion unites us, takes us higher. Keep on singing, support never fades. Together we stand in this blue brigade. Tonight is our night. For Chelsea we stand. Oh yeah. Blue flag flying high, fly high. From Stamford Bridge, the pride that we share. Each kickoff, each moment, it feels so rare. With faith in our hearts, we chase the dream. Through every match day, we're part of the team. The love for our club is a powerful thing. Together we shout, let the victory ring. Tonight is our night. For Chelsea we stand. Oh yeah. Blue flag flying high, fly high. We're unstoppable, hear the roar. In blue we trust forevermore. Together we sing hand in hand. But Chelsea forever will stand. Tonight is our night. For Chelsea we stand. Oh yeah. Blue flag flying high, fly high. Chelsea, the dream keeps us strong. Through every challenge we rise, never wrong. With every goal we fly, hearts on fire. The passion unites us, takes us higher. Keep on singing, support never fades. Together we stand in this blue brigade. Tonight is our night. For Chelsea we stand. Oh yeah. Blue flag fly Each kickoff, each moment, it feels so rare. With faith in our hearts, we chase the dream. Through every match day, we're part of the team. The love for our club is a powerful thing. Together we shout, let the victory ring. Tonight is our night. For Chelsea we stand, oh yeah. Blue flag flying high, fly high. We're unstoppable, hear the roar. In blue we trust forevermore. Together we sing hand in hand. For Chelsea forever will stand. Tonight is our night. For Chelsea we stand, oh yeah. Blue flag flying high, fly high. Chelsea, the dream keeps us strong. Through every challenge we rise, never wrong. With every goal we fly, hearts on fire. The passion unites us, takes us higher. Keep on singing, support never fades. Together we stand in this blue brigade. Tonight is our night. For Chelsea we stand, oh yeah. Blue flag flying high, fly high. From Stamford Bridge, the pride that we share. Each kickoff, each moment, it feels so rare. With faith in our hearts, we chase the dream. Through every match day, we're part of the team. The love for our club is a powerful thing. Together we shout, let the victory ring. Tonight is our night. For Chelsea we stand, oh yeah. Blue flag flying high, fly high. We're unstoppable, hear the roar. In blue we trust forevermore. Together we sing hand in hand. For Chelsea forever will stand. Tonight is our night. For Chelsea we stand, oh yeah. Blue flag flying high, fly high. Chelsea, the dream keeps us strong. Through every challenge we rise, never wrong. With every goal we fly, hearts on fire. The passion unites us, takes us higher. Keep on singing, support never fades. Together we stand in this blue brigade. Tonight is our night. For Chelsea we stand, oh yeah. Blue flag flying high, fly high. From Stamford Bridge, the pride that we share. Each kickoff, each moment, it feels so rare. With faith in our hearts, we chase the dream. Through every match day, we're part of the team. The love for our club is a powerful thing. Together we shout, let the victory ring. Tonight is our night. For Chelsea we stand, oh yeah.
Yes, good people, welcome back to Chelsea Perspective. Welcome back to another post-game show, reaction show, or match review show, whatever you want to call it. We won. It wasn't the best of performances, but we won. I think the approach worked. The manager wanted to take it slowly. If had we gone into that game with the scattergun approach, Copenhagen proved they are can be very, very good at home. We didn't risk too much, and it worked. And at home, I think we'll come out all guns blazing in 7 days' time, and we will mop the Stamford Bridge carpet with them. Remember, I tell you that. But that's, by the way, we have a total of 29 people following the show, 15 on YouTube, the rest divided between X and Facebook. Wherever you're following the show on, whatever platform you prefer to follow the show on, we appreciate you. Please take a second, drop a like on the video for us. And also do follow, or if it's on X or Facebook, follow our Facebook account. If you're following the show on YouTube, please do subscribe to our YouTube channel. We'd really appreciate that. 5 likes, but we can do a lot better than 5 likes. So please give me a few seconds while I try to switch it to the presentation window. Yep, I do have it here. To look at the numbers, once again, it wasn't the best of performances. We started again with a cautious approach, and it worked. And the rest assured, honestly, I'd still argue that had we gone into that game with the scattergun approach, risking a lot because we want to score, chances are, we'd would be in a very, very dangerous position going into the second leg. But that's, by the way, IB is in the house. I've looked for you, brother, but nice to see you, my bro. I miss you too. I hope you're doing well. Big up, missed the match, but like the win. It's simple. I see a lot of people saying ugly win, but football is football. And if you understand tactics, you'd know that it was the approach today. Our application was on papers and it worked. They're trying to frustrate us. We ended up frustrating them. We went too much in a hurry to go get a goal and risk a lot behind, maybe the risk being vulnerable defensively and then end up conceding goal. But it was a good performance, a professional performance, but not what you can say a really, really good performance. But we won. More importantly, keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. I'm going to share the presentation window a bit so we can look at what the numbers tell us. Tariq Judge had a good game. In my opinion, that kid, I've been saying it, and I'm not going to stop saying it. He is a better player. You could say, mature into a better player than Nani Madueke. And that's not me saying that Nani Madueke is a bad player. But what Tariq just needs is to play more. And the more he plays, the more confident he'll become. And the more, you can say, the more he'd prove that, he's ready to be part of the team. So congratulations to him once again. He got another assist. That's 2, in as much as many games. Yeah, he got 1 assist against Southampton, and then he got a very good assist today. The one he set up for Enzo Fernández. It was a good performance by the kid. And congratulations to him. I hope he gets more opportunities to play more and more. I think he will go places. And the opportunities are coming for him, given the absence of Nani Madueke. So let's look at what the numbers tell us. But wow, how many yellow cards? Yep. Just 1 on our side. Enzo Fernández. Yep. I think it was when we considered a free kick. The other one, Kevin Dykes. Chiaka. Lopez, I heard after that yellow card will not participate in the second leg. But they were a good side. I get it. You don't hear about them that much, and because with Chelsea, to a lot of people on paper, it was going to be an easy game for us. It wasn't. With the approach, they defended very well. They were very organized. It wasn't easy to break them down, but we were professional. We were patient. I think the only time I saw something that was concerning to me was after we conceded. Panic did set in a bit. Even Tosin, who usually come on the pressure, irrespective of how persistent the pressure is, couldn't clear the ball effectively. But we won. That's 2 wins in a row. That would go a long way. It would do us a world of good in terms of building the confidence of the players. And I'm happy we won. So let's look at what the numbers tells us. What the numbers tell us. How many yellow cards? That's 5 yellow cards in total. 1 for Chelsea and 4 for them. And one of their players will miss the next game. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's just one person, and it's the Lopez guy. All right, see what the numbers tell us here. The stats here are 62% possession to theirs 38. We knew again during the pregame show we did talk about how we will dominate possession, but most importantly, we won. That's one thing that makes me happy here. And I have Nkrumah Muda. That sounds like Nkrumah, definitely a Ghanaian brother right there. But Mr. Nkrumah, nice to see you. Maresca didn't just reinvent the wheel with Gusto left wing and KDH right wing until Palmer went off. He totally reinvented the whole concept of a car. Crazy, crazy. I love that one. I don't think I've ever seen this coming before, but I love it. The analogy used there is spot on. But here's the thing: irrespective of how we view it, and I've always told people we see things, we all see things from different lenses. The approach was on papers. The more you could say lethargic approach was on papers, and it worked. They were out to frustrate us, but we ended up frustrating them because we didn't fall for their trap. We weren't just all attack, attack, attack. We played with great, immense patience, maybe, and that frustrated them. Had we gone out and tried to be, you could say, with all with an all attack intent, would leave ourselves vulnerable, and they're capable of exploiting that. They have fine finishes. They were actually lucky not to have scored 2 goals. One of them was against the post. But we won, and I think at Stamford Bridge, I don't think they will defend as much as they defended today, and that will give us an opportunity to score more goals. So nothing bad there. You could say what you could argue, the approach that seems lethargic, you could say slow. It was on papers, and it worked, in my opinion. And the manager started with the players he started with, so a few non-starters, and then we knew that again he'd eventually make some changes, and the changes worked. But nice to see you here, Mr. Nkrumah. And the man for is saying KDH should go. Not good enough. I think you just have to support him. The manager likes him. I think he comes across as if he doesn't have the confidence to play for Chelsea. And chances are, if he was at Leicester City, he'd be playing a lot better. But the pressure of being a Chelsea player, it doesn't look like he's been able to deal with that effectively. But I think the more he gets to play, I think the better he'd become. But that's just my opinion anyway. He played. He wasn't that bad, but could have done a lot better, in my opinion. Let's see. He's actually the second-rated player today. Josh Archibong, second most highest rated player. Tosin tops the rating. Reece James, sorry, tops the rating there. But Tosin, he's become one of our most important players, in my opinion. It was a good win. Should I call it careless defending or maybe poor defending? I think would be the most suitable.
Lazy, coach. Lazy.
Language. Lazy, maybe. Lazy, the more suitable language there to use. But other than that, the game plan worked. If we didn't concede, you'd hear a lot of people say, yeah, it was a good win. Still a good win, in my opinion. I don't see them overcoming a goal deficit and beating us at the breach. I don't see that happening. But Dante, let's say your thoughts on the game. Tariq Judge, he will eventually mature into a much better player than Noni Madueke, in my opinion. I did say that a week ago or so.
That's a big call.
And Nigerians, they were coming at me. But go ahead. Let's hear your thoughts on the game. What do you make of the approach, how everything panned out?
Yeah, well, you summed it up pretty well. And like I was saying in the preview, I think it's going to be a quite boring passive game that first half. And it was on, like you said, it was on purpose. Maresca had the game plan worked out. He just wanted to keep it tight, not give him chances. If we get a chance here and there, that's fine. But he didn't. I think he just cared more about keeping it tight and just getting through to halftime. Where the game plan was exactly that: boring first half, take it easy, don't go too hard. Let's see how they shape up. Let's see how they play. Halftime we'll change it and we'll go for it. And that's exactly what he did. At halftime, he changed,
And
made
it
the
worked. It
changes,
worked perfectly.
and he worked perfectly. Two goals. Players came on. Enzo Fernández came on, and I think had an amazing game. He turned the game. He looked like he was so fresh. He was running all over the place, doing everything, a little bit of everything. He had a great game, and well-deserved goal as well. Yeah, look, Tyreek George, it wasn't really a game for him. It was just about he just needed to really defend and run, and that's not really his type of game. He's not used to
But
playing
with
that
a
type of game.
7.5 rate, and I think he did very well
He
with
got
an
an assist,
assist.
coach. That's
Yeah.
why he got an
Yeah.
assist. Enzo, yeah. So he did do well. He kept his head up at least. He saw Enzo and he picked him out. So that was a big thumbs up. It's something that I criticize Noni Madueke a lot of times. He never puts his head up when he needs to, and the ball just doesn't go where it needs to go most of the time. So that was good. I gave him a big thumbs up. But yeah, look, he had to just run. You saw him; he was running to the ground at the end. He couldn't run anymore. So he was struggling when he went up to striker. He just had to chase, and yeah, it wasn't his game. But like I said, that first half was basically the way Maresca wanted it. Second half changed it, made a little tactical adjustment here and there, and brought on some other players. Went at him the first 15, 20 minutes, and we got the goals. So yeah, look, it's pretty much over. The second leg, these type of teams struggle when they come to England, to the small fields, and the way the crowd really close, and yeah, they just struggle there, and they're going to need to score like 2+ goals. So
They'd have to come out. They must
they have to
play
come
to
out.
win. And yeah.
Correct. And basically, it's just being patient and picking them out. And if we do get one goal, and it's over, basically. So yeah, look, I'm not too worried. Even if it was a draw, I'll still be very, very confident at Stamford Bridge, because, like I said, these teams struggle when they come there. So look, it was the game plan. It worked. It wasn't the prettiest, but sometimes these playoff games, two-legged, you got to play a little bit away from home, not that pretty. Would I have done it the same? Some people wanted more offensive. I wanted maybe a
It
little
would
bit,
be a huge risk. And
but it was
yeah.
risk. He still risked it by playing the players he did, playing Shim Moeka up front. That was a big risk. It didn't pay off because he didn't do. You saw that he hasn't got that movement. He didn't get into the play at all. He could not drop back. He needed to
Or
drop
you
a little
could
bit back.
argue lack of chemistry with the team, maybe.
Lack of chemistry, but also the type of striker he is, coach, as well. That's the type of striker he is.
Let me
he
get
doesn't
this. I don't know him. I know you've talked
Yeah.
about him during the pregame show.
Yeah.
Is he more of a traditional number 9, or is he more of a hybrid number 9?
He's a hybrid, but he doesn't really drop back and get involved in the play. Yeah, so
But he has the quality. He has the skill set to be able to do that. Should
I've
the
seen
manager
it.
try to mold him into a hybrid number 9?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, look, at under 21s when I saw him, we're quite dominant in that when I saw him those games. So, but he basically stayed up front. He didn't drop back, so he didn't drop into the midfield to get the ball like you're seeing Kunku doing. Yeah, he gets involved, even though sometimes he's not playing the best, but he gets involved. He drops back, gets involved, touches. You saw Moeka, he just stayed at the 9. He didn't really move from there. And yeah, he wasn't effective. He didn't do absolutely nothing. Sometimes you got to just come ask for the ball, get the ball at your feet, but he didn't drop back for that at all. And I think Maresca is like, okay, you had your go. It's not working. Let's change it up. And he did. So it was a big risk playing him. Of course it was a big risk, but hey, he got his debut. So that's good for the young kid. So hopefully that he gets better, works harder at his game, and gets more confident.
It wasn't a bad game after all. 6.0, not bad at all. Yeah, I'm going to catch up with what we have in the chat, and I want us to talk about Reece James in the middle. I need to watch it again.
Yep.
I think he did exactly what we expected him to do. Be the more disciplined of the two sixes to shield the defensive line. He did that effectively, but he looks a bit leggy. He did come across a bit leggy to me. But I'll come to you in a bit to hear your thoughts. I mean, if he can pick up the pace a bit, I think that role is perfect for him. He read the game very well.
Well, you saw every time someone got around him, Caicedo had to come around and cover for him.
Yeah,
he actually even ran around James. 2 times to get to a player.
I know he was never the quickest. He has never been the quickest of players we have, but still, it looks like it got worse. I don't know. Maybe he's been instructed to play that way, to manage his fitness. And here, Tamidayo Lower born, nice to see you. I do appreciate you finding the time to join us this evening, and I do hope you're doing well. A big up to you too. Been a while indeed. Timing isn't my best friend this time. Again, still not quite sure what would be the perfect timing for the shows. We just had to do this because, pre-game show and post-game show, and I'm lucky that the wife is at home right now. Let's see. A lot is not right with Maresca. A lot is not right with Maresca's style of play. Too pedestrian. Players take too much touches and very slow build-up. Okay, looks like we're going to address this comment before we go into talking about Reece James playing as a 6. Here's the thing. I think his approach, you'd have to take a step back and understand that he's very versatile. I know a lot of people say he's one-dimensional. He's not. There are basics in terms of players inverting, helping overload certain areas in the pitch. But there's a lot more to his approach than people realize. And the pedestrian thing you talked about, I did talk about it before you joined us. It was on purpose. Copenhagen played with 4-4-2 structure, and a lot of defensive, a lot of players behind the ball, and they tried to hit us on the break, but we didn't risk too much. And had we risked a lot, they're capable of finding good opportunities, and then scoring goes, and that will make life very difficult for us. But I've said this before, we all see things from different lenses, and you see it the way you see it, but I'm trying to make you understand it was on purpose and it worked. Honestly, believe me. Yeah, and you remember, if you look at the Wolves game, there are games that you could say we played with the Mauricio Pochettino approach. Like this, quick. It doesn't matter. Every time we try to attack. There are games we play like that. There are games we play with caution. And it's good to see that he's actually able to know when to play, to approach the game cautiously, and when to be, you can say, to employ a helter. You can say, what's the language I'm looking for? A helter skelter approach, maybe. But nice to see you here, bro. I hope you're doing well. More grease at your elbow. I appreciate that. Thank you. Dante, he's saying hello to you. So Dante, let's hear this comment here. Let's hear your thoughts. What do you make of it?
Yeah, today that was 100% on purpose. That was the game plan. We played with 2 defensive midfielders. Okay, so James, Caicedo didn't go forward. They both sat, and we've seen that on a few games.
They just didn't want to risk too much because they have potent players capable of taking chances.
Yeah, so he just wanted to make sure we're not going to concede in this. He didn't want us to concede. That was the whole thing. Not really give him any chance. Really, maybe give him 3-4 chances the whole game. Maybe that was on purpose. He wanted that slow. Like I said, it was the build up was slow and pedestrian. When we said pedestrian, I was talking more about Reece James. I just think he's covering. Caicedo had to run twice around Reece James to get to a player because Reece James wasn't putting in the effort to go after him. So that was worrying for me because he looks very leggy. He's not really. I think he got a little bit better as the game went on. I think he just takes.
It'd be correct to say he's not fully fit.
I know people say that, but that's a little bit of a myth for me. Knowing when I played the game, it's a bit of a myth. If you're fit, you're fit. It doesn't matter. If there's something wrong with him, he wouldn't be playing because you have to pass so many tests. He's not playing if he's not fit, coach. I just think it's effort. I just don't think he's putting it in. I think he's being very cautious. A little bit of it's by design by Maresca to sit around that area, that 10-meter radius, just run around there, conserve energy, maybe burst. And when you need to have a burst, like to defend, to cover, you burst or a little bit forward. But I didn't see any burst at any time, to be honest. I think I saw it once in the second half. He put a tackle in, maybe once, or he ran out. I think the whole game, I only saw twice him sprinting. So can you be really that effective like that? Not really. You're not going to be effective. You saw the effectiveness. He went up once, he had a shot, and he scored. That was the only time he went up forward. One
And
time.
that was a well taken goal, really.
It was a good shot, but it was a very slow shot. I don't know what the keeper was
But
doing, to be honest.
measured, the finesse there, you could say it was perfectly
Yeah,
measured.
but that was a lot of finesse in that shot, coach. That was slow motion, that shot.
Did it go in? Let me ask
It
you
went in,
that.
but I don't know what that keeper was doing, to be honest. But anyway, look, but just an example. It's a good shot. He had a shot. It was the only time he went up forward in the whole game. So you want to see a bit more of that. So you want him to make those runs. Come out when you have to, sit back, but you come out when you have to, and when we're attacking, he doesn't look like he's got the legs to go to do that role. He just doesn't have it, I think. He can't do. You saw, like I said, it took Caicedo. He had to run around him twice to get to a player, that was embarrassing when I saw that. If I was a player and that happened to me, that's embarrassing. So I don't want to see that ever again. Yeah. Hopefully, like.
Did we lose him? Okay, looks like we lost Dante. Poor connection. He still uses Walmart level internet connection. All right, we have. I want us to talk about Tosin. His again, just about a few games right now, proven that he's arguably one of our best centre backs. Reads the game very well.
Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead. You were saying something.
Yeah.
It looks like you're still your Walmart internet connection is still at it. Maybe you need to go out and come back in. Let's hear what Way Be Easy. What he says, Coach. Let me read that. What do you think of Parma's role in the team? I think he has regressed. I don't think he has regressed. Listen, uh, uh, it happens to every player. It happens to the best of players. Form isn't permanent, and he's going through it right now. And I think it's a confidence issue. If you followed the game, even the game against Southampton, he had clear-cut opportunities. He could have finished that game with a hat trick. But like you could see in those games, he did get the chance to score, but did hit the ball with conviction on 3 occasions. Yeah, he didn't hit the ball with conviction. He was hitting it as if he was just that first goal need to go in, and if that happens, I think would see the Parma we all would like to see again. So it's a confidence thing. I wouldn't say he's regressed. This is something that happens to every player, irrespective of how good that player is. And I used to think he's one of those that again. He won't be experience such. I wouldn't call it a lengthy goal drought in my opinion. He's done a lot of stuff, doing what he should be doing, exploiting spaces, finding himself in good positions. But confidence, yeah, it's a very important aspect of the game. Without confidence, even without the goalkeeper and between the sticks, you'd still not be able to score. But no, he will eventually regain his form and be firing in all cylinders. I hope he does that sooner than later. We need him. We need to finish the season strongly, and he will be there. But if you understand football, I don't. No, sorry, I didn't. Let me not say it that way. If I say it that way, it might come across to you as if I mean to disrespect you. Nothing to be concerned about. If you've watched him in 3 games right now, he does everything else right. Just the only thing he has not done in 3 games is score a goal. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you don't have to worry about him. And I wouldn't use the term that he's regressed. But just by the way, keep dropping the likes on the stream. The likes do go a long way. We'll start looking at the numbers one by one. I think I can do that. For you, while I wait to see if Dante comes back onto the panel. Tosin is one player I told people that he'd be very important for us, and he's proven that he's arguably one of our best center backs. Here's what makes him stand out. Unlike Levi Colwell, even Wesley Fofana, Trevor Chalobah, Benoit Badiashile, that whenever we face persistent pressure from the opposition, they start panicking, irrespective of whether we're leading by 4 goals or 5 goals. And when that starts happening, we concede goals. But Tosin, irrespective of whether we face persistent pressure from the opposition, he's still used. Again, he's always cool-headed, calm on the ball, doesn't panic, never in a rush to do anything. Reads the game very, very well, and that's why I've been telling people he's arguably one of our best centre backs. He's not been perfect, but I knew that eventually he will prove to be our best centre back, and the manager, he'd have no other option than to always start him. I know I don't think it makes sense for him to be playing every game. If Fofana returns to full fitness and proves, that he can actually lead the back line, then maybe the manager again would be better off rotating Fofana and Tosin to lead the back line. But Tosin has proven to be a good leader, and in its absence, we seem to struggle. We seem to have a shaky defensive line. But despite what, let's look at Tosin's numbers today. Even Robert Sanchez did well today, that I was concerned that he was going to do so well, and Enzo Maresca would decide to start him in our next game. So Tosin played. He's actually 27. Wow, I have forgotten that he's actually getting closer to 30. He played, how many minutes did he play? 90 minutes. He got a rating of 7.6. Goals, 0 assists, 0 total shots, none accurate passes, 131 out of 135, 97% pass accuracy. But the truth remains, given our approach today, you could argue majority of the passes were sideways and backwards, just to help us control the game. Nothing else important here. Attack touches 144. Anything else here? Successful dribbles 1 out of 1. Passes into the final third 7. That's high, given that he's the centre back. Accurate long balls 3 out of 3, 100%. That's excellent, actually. Defense tackles 1, he didn't attempt any. Clearances 6 in total. Header clearances 2, interceptions 1. Defensive actions 7 in total. A good game for him overall. Ground duels 1 out of 1. Aerial duels 2 out of 3. Excellent. He's a tall boy. All right. What else do we have here? Keep dropping the likes on the stream. The likes do go a long way. We have 10 likes, but I think we should be doing a lot better than that. And that is a beautiful game. Big up to you, brother. Always nice to see you. I do hope you're doing well, and I appreciate you finding the time to join the show. Big up, Coach. Reece James has more minutes than you this year. You think I don't know where you're coming from? I do know where you're coming from, but it's not going to work. You're trying. In this case, he was out injured. In my case, timing was the issue, but I think we'll figure it out soon. But just go back to work, man. If you're at work, just go back to work and leave me alone. What else should we look at here? Tosin's numbers are good. He had a good game, in my opinion. And I still say this, arguably Chelsea's best defender. Who was Moises Caicedo? Even he had a good game too. Chalobah had a good game. I'd have to watch this game again to really understand the approach, and when the manager tweaked things, what he did. Driscoll Hall with 7.2 rating, one of the highest rated players. Let me check. Let me look at his numbers. Cole Palmer finished with a rating of 6.9. Yeah, he wasn't that bad, but wasn't the Cole Palmer. He played a lot deeper than usual. So, and he had an excellent shot at a goal, but I think he went slightly wide. Let's see what else we have here. Cole Palmer played for 72 minutes. Total shots 2, accurate passes, 46 out of 52, 88% pass accuracy. Anything else important there? Yep, he played deeper, so no wonder his XG is just 0.05. Wow. Unexpected assist also 0.04 because he played deeper, not necessarily because he's not informed now. Shots on target, 0 out of 2 shots on target. What else? Touches 64 in total. Successful dribbles, 0 out of 1 attempt. Passes into the final third, 7. And also accurate long balls, 4 out of 8, 50%. Yeah, he's really struggling. Defense, he did a lot defensively too. I'll give him credit for that. He was dispossessed twice, unlike him. Tackles 1, 3 out of 3. Defensive actions, 3 in total. So not the worst of games for Cole Palmer, but we all expect better from him because Cole Palmer is Cole Palmer. He set the standard for himself, and usually not easy to measure game after game. Coach, can you recheck KDH stats again? I think I might need to go. I will look at it. I think he wasn't that bad. But here's something I'm going to say quickly. I will go back to checking his stats. When so much is expected of you, you don't seem to do enough to gratify the expectations. Yeah, to measure what's expected of you. Let me just simplify the language used there. I don't know if you get the point, Dante. When people expect you to measure certain expectations, exactly. So when that is the case, just like Cole Palmer is a prime example of that because he set the standard for himself, but not necessarily. But let's say from the person that's expecting the performance, when they expect too much of somebody, you will never do enough for them to say, yeah, you did well, because they yeah, yeah. Yeah, so I feel bad for him. I did say before that I didn't think he had a bad game. He wasn't perfect. I didn't think he had a bad game, but if he gets to play more and more, I think he'll get better. That's how I see it. Let's see, what else do we have here?
Yeah. And in
Yeah,
his correct position, coach. His
yeah.
correct position as well is important. Again, he
Mhm.
played on the wing. He played a left winger today. That's not
I
his
think
position. He's
I
a
thought he
central
was.
player,
Yeah, I
not
thought he
a
was going to
winger.
operate
And he
centrally.
struggled a bit
But
there.
yeah, he struggled. He did struggle. Yeah. Let's see. I'll bring it up in a bit. And Tobago is in the house. Tobago says a big up to you. Two good result. Poor goal to give away. The performance was awful. I think it was to me. I'd say it was a professional performance, honestly. But it's difficult to accept because of what we expect of them. More likes, people, more likes. The Gallagher fans must be going nuts right now. I don't know where the argument, what gave them the courage to come out and start swinging and mentioning how we let him go, and how it was a mistake because there was a highlight of him putting in 300 tackles in half a second. But how many games has he actually started for Atletico Madrid? And how many has he played
Hardly any,
in the
coach.
Champions League? Yeah, exactly. So, but people, I don't think they know how to argue. A lot of people don't know how to argue objectively, or maybe the slightest of the can whenever they get the slightest of opportunities to make an argument, they just go ahead with it without rethinking it. I'm happy for Gallagher. I was one of those that understood what he brought to the table when he was still at Chelsea and was arguing how the manager can actually get the best out of him. Just do your thing off the ball. Once you get the ball, keep things simple, and he'll still be useful. But for some reason, I think his contract situation did come into play. But I don't want to get into
Yes.
that, honestly. Yeah.
Coach, let me
I
put
don't,
it this way.
mhm.
We didn't want to pay him 200K a week to sit on the bench. Atletico Madrid did.
Yeah. And he did what's
Simple as
best for
that.
him. Yeah.
And
That's an
he took the
excellent
best
way to
option.
put it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. He took the
he was
best
happy
option.
with that option.
But unfortunately, a lot of people will not mention that. They will start arguing how they gave other people 15-year contract while offering him a 3-year contract. But that's by the way.
Yeah,
I'm
but
gonna move on from that. I don't
move
want
on
to
from
argue
Gallagher.
that with people.
Let him bake in the sun. He's having a good time. Don't worry.
The good thing is that he's getting paid and he's happy and they like him.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And he's got a
Let's get
great
the
tan.
lights.
Have you seen his tan, coach? With his long hair, he's got a great tan now. He looks the part.
The weather is good there.
Yes, yes. Very nice weather.
All right, let's get the likes up, people. Please like the video and also do subscribe to the channel if you haven't. We have a total of 12 likes. We can do a lot better than that. EPL tough here says you always say he was not that bad for KDH. Do you want him to score or
Well, we're only going by his rating. Look at his rating. He's not bad. It's average.
do you want him to score a no goal before you call him a bad player? He's not a bad player. Why things aren't clicking for him at Chelsea, I do not know. I hope he finds his feet. Honestly, I'm not going to change my stance on that, but I get where you're coming from. But damn, that's not nice, man. My God. Jesus Christ, I've never seen anything like this. All right, a big up to you, to Mabasto 5. Nice to see you. It's been a long time. Yep, it's been. I'm happy with the win. Yep, it's a good win. The approach was on papers, and we won. That's all that matters to me. But nice to see you, Mabas. We've been communicating on Instagram, and we got monetized on Instagram. Actually, I think it was a week ago. So congratulations to us, the coolest chess podcast. Yep, to be good. Let's see. I liked Palmer's defensive work today. Yeah, he did very well defensively. I think three out of 3 tackles. Work today. Stopped them taking clean shots twice from outside of our box. That was excellent. Yeah, he was good defensively today. Let's see what else we have here. Keep dropping the. I don't know, and I thought that I'm gonna make it to heaven. There you go. There comes the
Half baked. I can say it for you, coach. No problem.
All right. You forgot 3 months ago you won a birthday wish today. Wow, you really won the fireworks. Okay, Mabas, happy birthday to you. There you go. Let's go with balloon first.
Man, 3 months ago. What an attention seeker, my bast. Big up.
All right, Mabas, I hope you're happy now. Can you leave me alone right now?
Coach, my birthday was 11 months ago. I want some balloons too.
No, we have to celebrate yours again when it comes around. Let's celebrate the kid. He's a good guy, a good kid, and I like him. He always keeps in touch on Instagram. But that's that. By the way, let's see. I miss Kante. Wish we could. Okay, younger one more time. I think we have a lot of players that be able to fulfill the Kante role, but Kante will always be Kante. Irrespective
Caicedo's
of
not that
who
far
we
off,
sign.
coach.
Caicedo not far
Caicedo's
off.
pretty good at it.
But in terms of ball winning, he's not close.
I think he's
tell-
improving that a lot. You saw that today. He improved quite a lot.
Here's where sometimes did you is it just me or sometimes Caicedo does he does come across as too casual. I'm not saying he's a bad player, but no player is perfect. Sometimes he does come across as too nonchalant, maybe too casual, and loses the ball unnecessarily sometimes. Passive, maybe.
It's just smooth the way he looks. That's the way he moves. Yeah, that's just his build, his body build, the way he goes. When I see him tackle, I think he tackles too aggressively, too hard. But he goes through the player. That's the problem he needs to really address. Stop going through the player because he's getting a yellow every game pretty much.
But I think he's become more polished, actually, in all honesty, I have to say.
Yeah, he's gotten better. Yeah, yeah. But I think he's that type of player that can give you that Kante defensive. Okay, not running all over the pitch, but in that defensive midfield area, he can do it very well there.
This kid, Amogu, I do like him. I think he's a good defensive midfielder. He's agile, reads the game very well, doesn't shy away from putting in the tackles. But I'm not sure what's going to happen to him. We wait and see. Let's see what
Yeah,
you
I
have
wanted
here.
him to play today.
Thank you so
I was
much, my bro.
hoping.
Much love
Thank
to
you.
you. Go ahead. You were saying something.
I was actually looking forward to him play today because this would have been a perfect game
I
for him to
thought he was
play.
going to start.
Yeah, yeah. Especially, yeah. But I think, yeah, I think he didn't want to risk another one. He wanted to keep that central midfield, like at least have the experience in there. But at least
Mhm.
come on. I'm surprised he didn't even come on because I think he would have done pretty well. Like you say,
Yeah.
he's not a DM though, coach. He's a CM. He's a central midfielder.
But I think he will make a good DM. He has the
Yep.
attributes of an excellent DM. He can put in excellent tackles.
Yeah, he's a box to box, so he can cover a bit of ground. He's very light. He hasn't got a strong frame. He hasn't got that physicality. That's probably what's missing. Why he doesn't really play that DM position much. But look, he's still very young. He can put on muscle and weight, no problem. But he's quick. He's much quicker than what we have in that position. That's for sure.
Sorry, Dante, I had to take care of something because this place is
All
not
good.
soundproof. One of my boys came close to the door. Let's
All
see.
good.
Thank you. I appreciate that, brother. Also, yep, Dante, much love to you. Why am I
Abbas.
even reading that for you? No, it's all love. It's all love, my boss. Forget the jokes that followed. If I knew, I think at the time we didn't stream. You're saying 3 months ago we weren't streaming.
No, we did, coach. We did. We did.
Did we really? And we missed
Right
his
before, I
birthday.
think. Yeah, just 2 days before you stopped.
Wow. Okay. Apologies. Injured Reece James has more appearances for Chelsea this season than Kachila. I know where you got that from. Just leave me the heck
That's a
alone.
good one.
I need to.
That's a good one,
Uh,
Abbas.
yeah. James looked different, decent in midfield. Need to learn passing forward. I think he can. I think the backward passes and sideward passes were on papers. We wanted to control the game. We didn't just want to go all out and try to attack them and then end up leaving ourselves vulnerable. But a lot of
Yep.
people don't understand that. And then typically, there's something else I see a lot of Chelsea fans talk about, screaming how the manager is playing players out of position. It's on papers. That's a tactical reason for that. But a lot of people don't
Yeah.
understand that. As long as we're not scoring tons of goals, they start pointing out how players are being played out of position. I want to hear you talk about that. Let me take care of this guy too.
Yep. Yeah, look, most of it is on purpose. Like I was saying a bit earlier, KDH, how he was playing left wing, doesn't really suit him that position. But he was playing a little bit more centrally and coming in more centrally. Again, on purpose, flood that midfield. They flooded the midfield. We flooded the midfield. It was basically a flooded midfield. There was no one going through that center of that midfield. They had they had two defensive midfielders, and their two strikers came back in there as well. There was four people in the central of the park. So that was on Copenhagen as well, the way they set up and the way we set up as well. So we didn't really play traditional wingers. We put them.
You could argue we did not fall for their trap.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
They
But they
want
came
us
in
to
more
come at them with all
correct.
we've got, and then they exploit the spaces in behind and hit us on the break, and it didn't work. So
Correct. Yeah.
we ended up frustrating them rather than them frustrating us. We were patient. The goals didn't come on time, but still we didn't panic. We still played with calm. But a lot of people don't understand that. And I don't mean to disrespect anybody. It just seems that some people that talk football on X need to go find store spaces in the cow market, honestly, in the farmers market, and not talk football.
Yep. Look, you can't look. People, a lot of people don't have a football background. They don't quite know. You also have to. I know people say, "Oh, you play the game, you don't play the game." I think it is quite important if not professionally or semi-pro, even just amateur, you actually play the game in a team. You know a little bit more. It just helps you gain knowledge. Any knowledge that you learn, especially playing the game, you look at things a little bit differently because you see it's not that simple and not that easy. It's not exactly how it works. a lot of people, unfortunately, in this day and age, it's the internet. They look at it like it's almost like like a video game, not like it's real. They forget sometimes
Yeah,
that they're
it has to
humans.
be if you're right wing, you have to stay at the right. You don't have to play centrally and all that. I'm
Yeah,
it's perplexing, but anyway, let
yeah,
me
yeah,
catch up
yeah,
with a bit of what we have here. He's saying if he gets a yellow in the Leicester City game, Casado
yeah,
misses the Arsenal game. Unacceptable. So maybe Amogu can actually play that game and do it, but I'm not sure the manager. I think Casado starts. Um,
yeah.
or
Nah.
maybe let's see what he does. What else do we have here?
Lavia did return to training, though, coach. I did see that. So
Yeah, so I think probably he's not going to risk playing Lavia, or maybe he gives him a few minutes against Leicester City so he's ready for the Arsenal game. They already told Amogu is going to Strasbourg and Santos back to Chelsea. That's a good game plan. I think he'd do well there. Santos, yeah, is a good player. I haven't compared the two to we could say to just to conclude which of the two players is better than the other. But yeah, Amogu is a good player. I've done my research, coach. Okay. Unlike Nkunku, wow. I like that one too. You're back. You're really back. All right, I do miss you. I miss you, even though I don't like you. Big up to you, Tunemaya. Nice to see you. You need a Maresca to be a top team. What you need, Maresca? Yeah, he's a top. For me, he's a good manager. He's a good tactician, in my opinion. Has everything. Again, he has not been perfect, and that's you can say the same for even Pep Guardiola, Carlo Ancelotti, Hans Flick, and all that. All right, let's see what else we have here. At least Reece James, because yeah, a good goal, honestly. Osimhen to Chelsea. Let's see what happens. Out of money. Yeah. Let's talk about this Dante. Tosin. You know how highly I've spoken. Again, I talk about him whenever
mhm.
I do talk about him. I think he's our most experienced player, isn't he? I think he is, and
Yes, yeah,
I think he's actually proven to be our best centre back. Experience, ability to read the game, aerial ability, his ability to handle, to deal with persistent pressure from the opposition team. Whenever he's not on the pitch, if the opposition pressure us persistently, we start panicking. But if he's there, it's the panic is usually a little less. But let's hear you. He's been excellent.
yeah. He's been excellent. I think he's probably had only one game where he's a little bit made a couple of mistakes, but they didn't lead to goals, so that's very important. He's been our best defender. I think he's our best defender. I know people are going to say, Fofana, but overall this season, he's definitely our best defender, no doubt about it. I think actually him and Fofana would make a great partnership. Tosin, calm, cool, relaxed, sits back, reads the play. Wesley Fofana steps out of the line, can go dribble the forward, good passing range. He can do his thing, yeah, and he'll always have cover. That was my big problem with him and Colwell, because Colwell does the same. He wants to get out, he gets dragged out. He's really nervy and he really panics under pressure. Um, People are saying that's our best defensive duo because they started the season so well, but people are forgetting that we conceded a lot of goals at the start of the season, but we just scored a bit more. So that's why we won those games. But our defense was still not the best. It wasn't that good. So look, I
It
agree
wasn't.
100%.
Do you remember my argument that we have issues defensively? That we were lucky we weren't conceding that much at the time. But Maresca knew. I think Maresca
Oh
knew.
yeah,
I think was it Bobby that was saying how we have the best defensive record at the time, and we were
no,
telling them that even at that we have issues defensively, and it wasn't the manager's fault. That was why he had to play Casado and
love it.
Romeo Lavia to you could say to cut out the vulnerability of again in our defensive line, and it worked. But go ahead with what
Basically,
you were
like
saying. Sorry
today,
for
yeah.
cutting you off.
Yeah, basically like today, two defensive midfielders. Copenhagen got 3 or 4 chances the whole game. So, yeah, but before that, we were copying, like 8, 9 chances per game. So, yeah, definitely makes a big difference. And it was all planned from Maresca. He had to do that. But that's why, because I've been seeing it all over X. They're our best defender. We started so well with them. Well, again, people just have a short memory that we kept conceding every game, but we scored 3 goals per game. So we were winning 3-2,
Yeah,
3-1.
that brings my argument. A lot of people just see football on the surface level. We win, everything is good. We
Yep.
lose, then they start seeing. That's the only time they start seeing problems. But as long as
And it's
we
usually
win, they don't see issues. A lot of people don't see
after 3
issues.
games. After
Yeah,
3 games, it's the manager out. After 5 games, it's the whole ownership. Everyone's out. So it looks like it only goes back 5 games per 5 games. They don't. I don't understand it either. They forget it's a long season. It's not over yet, the season. So yeah, look, Tosin, 100% coach. Like I've said that with you from the start, that I think he's our best defender, and he should be playing. He should be concrete in that position, number 1 starter there with Wesley Fofana or Colwell. But I think I prefer Fofana from what I saw earlier in the season. I think still
Fofana
Fofana
can
is
be more physical.
more physical.
More
He's a lot
physical,
more
better,
smarter
better aerially.
and
Uh, um,
smarter.
yeah,
IQ is the big
I
thing for
wouldn't
me.
say smarter. Here's the thing.
He
I,
is.
I
He
think
is.
both of them are suspect. Fofana, he's an excellent ball carrier,
Yep.
right? You know that he's excellent
And
aerially.
it goes down, tackles very
He
well,
reads the game well enough.
much better.
Much
Well, that's
you could
IQ
say
for me. Reading
maybe
the
much better,
game.
but here's where the issue is. He goes into tackles like a primary school kid will in most cases and
Yep.
ends up being dribbled
Sometimes, yeah.
as if he's a pole. No, I think he's done it up to 6 times this season, honestly. I don't know why I wasn't taking notes, but you get my point. Cole, you could argue Levi Colwell, he's worse. My biggest problem with
He is
him
worse.
last season was that he wasn't able to shield the ball effectively. Every time he goes 50-50 with an opposition player, he loses the fight when physicality is needed for him to retain the ball. I think one thing he has over Fofana is his passing range. He's an excellent passer of the ball. I think it maybe with more games he'd get better. But yeah, his
And
ability to read the game suspect for
technically better
me.
as well, coach.
Aerially, his crap. But go ahead, you were saying something.
Fofana is very good technically as well. He holds the ball close to his feet. His head's up. He can dribble
No,
as well. Exactly.
Here's my biggest issue with Fofana. The way he lunges for tackles in most cases senselessly and gets dribbled as if he's a pole. I think I remember one was
He's done twice. Twice I can remember doing that. Yeah, really bad
at least
ones.
you've
Yeah.
remembered twice, but that shouldn't be
Yeah.
happening actually. But
It shouldn't be.
and here's the I in all fairness, we signed him when he was still very young, and at the time he hadn't played that much.
Exactly. He was only 20, coach.
Yeah, he was 20 at the time, right? Chances had it not been for the injury,
2 years out.
Yeah, chances that he'd be a much better defender right now because he has the talent. But the injuries hasn't helped. You can see whenever he depends, the aggression you get from him, physicality you get from him, last ditch tackles, and most you can. There's an excellent player there. Whether he ends up reaching that level that we believed he'd be able to reach when we paid that much money for him, we'll find out. AB, nice to see you. I appreciate you. I hope you're doing well. Is Fofana back? He wasn't in the squad. He's back in training. I think that's the best way to phrase it.
Yeah, he wasn't registered for the Conference League, so couldn't be.
Oh yeah, he wasn't registered, so yeah, it shouldn't even be on the bench. Yeah, so maybe he's ready. Maybe we'd see him. Maybe he'd start against Leicester City. So he's back. You can say he's back. When did he return? I think he started training before our game against Southampton, right?
Him and Badiashile started training at the same time. So if Badiashile was ready, I think you can say Fofana will probably be ready.
So it'd be correct to say we didn't see him today because he wasn't. He's not registered for the Conference League.
Yes, in my opinion, yes, because they started.
No, I mean that's actually a fact. Actually,
yeah, they started training at the same time. If I remember the photos. They both were in training. They got slapped on the back or whatever they do when they come back. I remember both of them.
Yeah. All right. What else do we have here? Mabasti saying So AB, I think he's back. Question for Kuchila and Dante:
Oh
what
no,
is your thoughts on Chelsea fans doing practice before the Southampton game? I honestly do not want to talk about this. Histon, um,
neither do I.
but I'm going to try and say something here. Uh, I, I I don't want to disrespect anybody that was part of it. It was with good intent, but was it executed properly? I'd say no. Why? Because there's this saying. Correct me if I'm wrong, Dante. When everybody's talking, nobody's talking. Right? I think that's saying.
Right?
Yeah, you say it to kids in class to get them to shut up, or to get them to elect one person to talk. Heston. Now, I wasn't sure whether they were protesting for owners to change the model or whether they were protesting for the owners to leave the club, which, by the way, is impossible. It's not going to happen. I get it. Some of them went as far as digging up some stuff about the loans and all that. But some of them dug up some stuff, arguing, yeah, they can actually sell the club. And when what's his name? Todd Boehly said something when he was asked if the ownership, there will be changes in the Chelsea ownership come 2026, and he said something to the effect of he's not sure. Anything can happen. They took that and ran with it and said, oh, they can sell. They can sell. Hallelujah. Something like that. I laughed so hard. They're not going anywhere. It will take, and there's an agreement in place, correct me if I'm wrong, that the club cannot be sold until 10 years, right? Or profit, they cannot take a profit until 10 years. I can't quite remember. But whatever
No, they
it
can't
is,
sell it. Yeah,
they can't sell it. So I'm all for us, for the fans who want the club to do better, because the truth remains, irrespective of the behavior of any fan, whatever behavior they are exhibiting does come from a place of love. The question now is, are they doing it the right way? I'd be okay with fans protesting and saying, sign more experienced players. I get it. You're signing young players. They will eventually mature into excellent players. Some of them we can see, and some probably will not work out at Chelsea, but we need experienced players to start winning things right now. You can't just come out and be screaming, yeah, win or get out. This is Chelsea. We have standards, and some of them that are screaming standards, or what mentality? How do they usually phrase it? Poor mentality or something. Some of them actually still live with their moms, and some of them actually cannot afford to buy a ticket. What if I turn around and say the reason you're not able to buy a ticket, or the reason you still leave your mom at 30 plus, is because you don't have good mentality? I get it. Do I think the owners have made mistakes? They've made a lot of mistakes, and I wasn't happy when they fired Thomas Tuchel. I wasn't happy that Koulibaly was sold because we were losing experience. There are lots of mistakes. They've made a lot of mistakes. David Washington, the Portuguese kid that now plays for Strasbourg, the one that we sold to Saudi Arabia, I wouldn't even count those as mistakes, actually. But when we were signing those players, I knew that definitely not all of them will work out at Chelsea. And it's that
Obviously.
simple. And it's nothing new. That is something that happened under Roman Abramovich. We had players that we sent out on loan 1 billion times until they said, I'm done. One example, Josh
45
McCracken.
players on loan.
Yeah. Josh McCracken. That's one example. There's Fabio Borini, the Italian. There are plenty of them. Nothing
Coach, we
new.
signed plenty of young 16-year-olds back then. We didn't have the social media to highlight everything. We signed so many youngsters.
Exactly. And I'm not happy that we let players go in January and then did not sign players. And then again, when they tell you, and that's the truth, like Uncle Justice did argue, that the chances, I think he said he did the mathematics, the chances of two strikers getting injured in one game is next to 0.something 00.
Exactly. And especially when the last deadline, like on that day, the window closed like a couple of hours before or something.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
nobody expected that to happen. And had that not been the case, I don't think we'll be complaining too much. And here's something else I want to say again. I'd rather a player that wants to leave than stay and be a problem in the dressing room. It's
100%.
dangerous. That's, by the way, something else I want to say. I really do not want to talk about the ownership. The most stupid thing
No.
I hear from our fan base, no disrespect to anybody, is saying the owners, they don't want to win. They just want profit. Okay, where's the profit going to come from if you don't win? And you think they don't know? Football is a result-driven business. No results, no profit. And you think they don't know? You think they don't want to win and they spend a 1 point something billion pounds?
More than that, coach. That's
More than
just
that.
if you take how much the club costs.
If you come to me with the debate that, yeah, they've made a lot of mistakes, they need to change, they need to still sign in, because changing the model, they're not going to do that. Even Todd Boehly, he's told you, we're not doing that. If you come with the debate or argument that, yeah, we need to sign more experienced players to start winning now so that we can make it into the Champions League, that we should have at least signed a striker in January, or sign or get the Juventus guy midfielder on loan for 6 months, then I'll listen to you. Then I'll realize you're thinking objectively. But if all you do is scream, Todd Boehly out, Clown Lake out, what, you're not making sense. It's not gonna happen. If anything, they will feel like you're challenging them, and if anything, they will try to show you
Make it worse.
this is our business, and you don't tell us what to do. And Todd Boehly, he practically did say that during that interview, by letting you know, yeah, we have a direction, and to us, it's working. Yeah. If you think you can challenge them into doing what you want, it's never going to happen. So I'm not saying they've been perfect. I'll be the first to tell you they make mistake. First mistake, firing Thomas Tuchel. Second one, you could argue letting those that understand how the politics of football, like Marina and Patacek, letting them go was a mistake. You could argue that too.
Maybe Peter Cech, but no, I don't think Marina.
Yeah, but unfortunately, you see, how does it make sense to you to tell me all they want to do is flip players for profit? How many players are they gonna flip to break even after spending 1 point something billion pounds and then make profit? How many players are they gonna flip?
Are you gonna make profit on Caicedo? 115 million?
Even after flipping players wasn't even, we barely made some profit this past fiscal year. But people don't reason like that. I did see one individual on X the other day. He said something to the effect of, these owners, they don't want to succeed. Something, I can't quite remember how he phrased it. I just focused on the grammar and let him know that's oxymoronic on its own. But that's, by the way, let me catch up with what we have in the chat, and I'll come back to Dante to have him speak. It just doesn't make sense, once again, to come start arguing, yeah, they don't want to succeed, or they don't want to win, all they want is profit. Make profit from what? Selling how many players are you going to sell to make, and then maybe as you sell the players, you don't account for the salary you pay. And we don't even have a big enough stadium to make, we don't make a lot of money from our stadium. I'm tired of arguing with people about that. But thank you. I'm not going to talk about that again. Says, Coach, it's a shame Silva had to leave. These defenders need mentoring and schooling on the fundamentals of defending. I am struggling to find a CB in the current game that defends with his head first. Yeah, not a lot. Silva was such an intelligent defender for us that even though he wasn't the quickest on the pitch, but he reads the game so well that you wouldn't even get a chance to race against him, let alone outpace him, because he reads the game so well. He's almost always at the right place at the right time. The only time he makes a mistake was if he tries to put in a tackle and misses it. That's it. But I think if I was Silva too, I'd leave when I left. Yeah,
Yes,
you.
he had to. But coach, is the blue talking about Shalaba, who's played with Silva so long? Is he talking about Shalaba, or
No, he's
because
saying
he's
it's a shame that Silva had to leave. That had he stayed, he'd mentor these guys. They'd get better at playing alongside him.
well, they had time. They had a whole year and a half, 2 years. Shalaba had under him.
That's not enough, really. Probably they didn't start playing together, in my opinion. I think was it Chalobah that defended like a primary school kid in one of the games where he let the ball bounce.
Not just one game, coach. These last 5 games, probably.
Yes, and
Except that debut game, the debut
mhm.
game, he was really good. The last 5 games, he's been, like you said, horrible, like really bad. Even today, he was horrible today.
And the golden rule of defending, Dante, correct me if I'm wrong, is if you're a defender, once there's somebody close to you, you don't have to be fancy about it. You don't let the ball bounce.
Never let the ball bounce,
You
ever.
taunt.
At least put a body on that guy, at least. Minimum, put a
Whatever
body on
you
him.
do, just don't let the ball bounce.
Never, ever.
What he
Yeah.
was doing
Look,
that day,
I don't
I
get it.
honestly
Yeah.
do not know.
I don't get it either. All it comes down to, coach, you either have the IQ or you don't, and you're not never developing that. Shalaba's 27, by the way, I think now already. 26, 27. He's not a kid anymore.
So
He's
he
never
should be
gonna
doing
be
a
the.
lot better.
This is who he is, coach. He's never gonna be better than what he is now because he's reached his peak. This is it. He's never really had the IQ in any way when he's played. Even when he was playing in our team when we did
Just 1
pretty
second.
well.
Go ahead. I might take like 5 minutes or more.
Yep, no problem. Yeah, look, even when he played, when we had the good run when he was playing with Silver and that, even in those, he had one good game and then he had 3 bad games and then one good game. And that's basically what he did at Crystal Palace. One good game, couple of bad games, one good game. He'll score a header. The next game, he'll score an own goal. He had like 3 own goals by goals leading, 3 or 4 goals leading to, defensive actions leading to goals at Crystal Palace. So look, this is who he is. He's 27. I'm pretty sure he's 27 now, 26, 27. He's not going to get better. This is who he is. You either have that IQ, you have those smarts about you. You should know every single position by now, as in positioning his body, like coach said, when the ball bounce, when to cut. If you guys saw the games today, the first chance Copenhagen had, he just went to floor in the box, nearly took the guy out for a penalty. And the guy was like, okay, he just ran around him. The second one they had again, they ran around him. He was out of position. So yeah, IQ is the most important for a defender. You got to have the IQ. Thiago Silva had it because if you look at Thiago Silva, Thiago Silva's he wasn't fast. He's not quick, but he reads the game. He's a very smart player. He's got the very high IQ, and that's what got him through a lot of the times. That's why he can play till he's 36, 37, no problems because he's had that IQ. So look, it is what it is. Yeah, how much is Chalaba there? My bar there's 25, 26. I don't know where I saw 26. Or maybe I saw 26 July. Okay, yeah. It's 25. Yeah, but he's still not getting better. That's should be at his peak right now. But yeah, that's just not going to happen with Chalaba. And I believe he will be sold in the summer. I think he's definitely going to be sold. He came back. He's going to play some games. He's already played some games. I don't know how much more he'll play. I think he'll play in the Conference League, but I think he's going to be sold. You can call it for pure profit, whatever, but he needs to be sold. I don't think he's at that level. I don't think we can go forward with him. Unless he stays on a low salary, he probably stays, but I don't think he'll stay. I think he'll want to go somewhere else and start. I just don't see Maresca really starting him being a starting player. If he stays a squad player, maybe, but that's going to be very hard, in my opinion, at his age to be a squad player. I don't think he's going to accept that. So either way, it's a win-win for Chelsea. We had some couple of good years with him. We're going to sell him, and it is pure profit. So it'll probably be, I don't know how much, 25 mil, probably something around there, 20 mil, 25, I think 30 max. I don't think he'll be more than that. So yeah, look, about the ownership bust, I'll have a little. I've said a lot about this in the past. If you follow me on X, I've said it a lot. Yeah, it's a bit of a joke to me. I think there's some things you can do, and there's moments when you need to do them. When you're basically in 4th position, you shouldn't be protesting. And when one of the guys that's the main guy that's protesting did this from the start, since day one, since the ownership joined, because they're American and what their background is. Well, that should tell you everything. He's kept that from day one. He's already had that thought about them, so it's never going to change. And unfortunately, he's one of the one that everyone follows, unfortunately. But all it is conspiracy theory after conspiracy theory. Just back your young team, the youngest team in the top 5 leagues, young manager, not age-wise, but as in experience-wise, we're playing very well. We started very well. Yeah, we have a rough patch. Everyone knew it's coming. We're still in a very strong position to qualify for Champions League. If you want to protest that, do it at the end of the season. Don't during a game. And we saw the players reacting to it when they scored. Colwell, Neto, Chat. They can hear it. They read things. They can see it. But it's just not a good look. And the way they did the protest is pretty embarrassing. The stuff they sang and if you're from a foreign country, or even in England, but the way they wrote those letters, if you guys, I'm sure you guys saw those letters that they wrote, what to sing, that letter that went out about the protest. Well, if you look in that letter, basically it's full of racism. So if anyone that really supported that letter and a lot of that protest, half of it is pretty racist language and stereotyping. It's really, really bad. It's really low, and it's really embarrassing for Chelsea, to be honest. I'm embarrassed to be a Chelsea fan seeing that. So I don't know how any foreign fan or any foreign person in England that could actually sing what they were singing and agree to that protest the way they did it, what it was about. Like Coach said, there was a little part, some people that, okay, they're protesting for the right reason, but basically 90% of it is protesting that they're American and that they're going to ruin our club and that they're going to make us bankrupt and they're going to take all the money and they're going to run away, sell the club after, and they're going to leave us bankrupt and blah, blah, blah. The biggest conspiracy theories in the world. So I don't need to go into it more. I don't agree with it. I don't like it. It's embarrassing. And a lot of it is very racist as well. So that's just in my opinion. My opinion, but you can read it yourself. It's fact. You can go read those letters for the protest. If you don't find racism in there, I'm sure you can find it very simple. So anyway, move on from that. I don't want to go into that. We talked quite a bit on Tobago's channel about that. And we had a show with Coach earlier on. So if you missed it, I think a couple of weeks ago about that as well. So not really going to say too much more about it. I'm quite over it. Hopefully it's over. But unfortunately, we know who we're talking about. It'll never be over because they had it from day one and they're never going to give up because they don't like being wrong. So they're always going to find something. But it's a shame. Instead of, like I said, supporting this young, talented team and young manager, getting behind them, especially at the games, their atmosphere. I was talking to someone that goes all the time. He said 30% of the crowd are singing Abramovich and Gallagher's name, Abramovich, and this during games while players are there. Like, you think they can't hear that? It's really toxic, the atmosphere at the bridge. And unfortunately, it's the season ticket holders, most of them, because they're the ones that go all the time. I'm not saying that about all of them, but there's quite a majority of them that are really, really bad about it. Don't go to the games then. Maybe don't go. Sell your ticket, whatever. Don't go to the games. If you don't want to support the young team and the players we have and how we're in a strong position and we're doing actually pretty well for a young team. We're not doing bad. If we finish top 5, if we finish 5th, that's an improvement from last season. That's probably a Champions League spot anyway. So, I mean, that's a pretty good improvement. And one thing we do know, we are going to spend money in the summer. We didn't spend any money now because we couldn't, but we will spend. They've already said they're going to spend on players. Okay, so the model's almost, the plan's almost there. When I think the plan for, and they've said this, it was for next season, the plan where we're going to actually top up this team and sign some really good experienced players. It won't be, it wasn't supposed to be like this earlier. And they're just sticking to their plan. It's worked for them in other sporting franchises and they're just sticking to it. And till I see that they're doing something really wrong, then I will be against it. But I have not really seen anything to say what those conspiracy theories say. I have not seen anything about all that. To me, I just don't see it. It's all business. every big business has every single big business has debt and interest on that debt. It is how the finance world works. None of it is, they're always going to be in debt because they're always adding to it. That's just how business and finance works till they start making the money when we're winning, because when you win you get sponsorships, you get more TV time, you get bigger TV revenue, more primetime games, etc., 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 Champions League, everything. So you're going to get a lot more money. That is the only way to make a lot of money as well. You have to have that level of winning. You have to be Champions League and you've got to be winning cups and trophies. There's no other way of making big money. That is the only way to make big money. So I'm still confident in them, and I think I stick by it till I see something really wrong. I still stick by it. We'll see what happens next year. That's going to be next year, and especially end of next year. That's when the plan's supposed to be to change, but we'll see. It might come earlier. It might, but till I actually see them and they're not following their plan, that's when I'll speak up about it. But yeah, I haven't seen that as yet. Of course, they made a couple of mistakes. My favorite, Pochettino, we all know that. There's been probably the biggest mistake they've made. I think they've got the managers a little bit wrong. Obviously, Tuchel, yeah, we all love Tuchel, got fired, but it is what it is. Unfortunately, he had some off-field issues that people fail to remember. That he had quite a bit of off-field issues as well. So look, it is what it is. We've got a manage it now. Back him, back the young players. If you want to protest, do it at the end of the season. If we finish 14th, like really bad, or outside the top 6, if we finish, maybe then. But otherwise, yeah, I'm sorry, I can't agree to it. No, I'm not Maresca out. And no, Maresca will not leave. He's in for the long haul. They've already started talking about who they're signing this summer. There's been reports. He's basically said it from quotes, so I've already seen that. So the ownership came out and said that basically in the interview. So he's staying. He's not going anywhere. You heard, and people calling Maresca a liar. That's another one that I didn't like. People are saying that, that he said that we have to finish top 4, and then we said that we don't have to finish top 4. Well, he wasn't lying. He said he wants personally to finish top 4, but the plan was for next season to finish top 4. So I don't believe how people can get confused that and make Maresca the biggest liar. He hasn't lied about anything. He was actually saying the truth. That was his personal opinion, and that was the ownership's plan opinion for next year. But personally himself, he wants to go for it this year. He thinks he can do it. And no, Maya, it's not PR. That's another conspiracy theory. Everything is PR. No, not everything is PR. I'm taking quotes that Maresca has said himself. There's no PR there. The ownership have laid the plan, and Maresca is repeating that. There is no PR. That's not PR. I'm going for what they're saying. So it cannot be PR. No, Mabast. Sorry, yeah, it was about the top 4. It wasn't about the title race. We all know we were never in the title race. We knew that we're going to come to. It's going to get rough later on, and we're not really in the title race unless we're there with a month to go, and we're still there, second by a few points, maybe. But we all knew we're not going to be. No, it was about the top 4 finish. It was all over X. I saw it. I couldn't believe it. Everyone's wants Maresca out because he's a liar because he said that. It's very inaccurate. It's really wrong, actually, because he never said that ever. He said the owners, the plan was for them to finish top 4 next season. And he said this season he wants to finish top 4. But people thought that, he's lying but no, the owner said that and he said that. Very simple. It's black and white. Very, very simple. There's no gray area in between at all. Namaya, yeah, look, I was not backing Poch. I don't think there was a lot of people that were not backing Pochettino. I was definitely not one. And now he was a liar. He 3 or 4 times blatantly lied. And that's why I didn't support him. I couldn't support him. That he didn't do a bad job, but he didn't do the best job either. But he didn't do too bad either. So I didn't mind if he stayed, but I knew he was going to leave sooner than later anyway. He wasn't going to stay more than a couple of years max, I think, either way. He would have had a second season, and I think he would have left after that anyway. I don't think he would have been the right coach anyways. But yeah. But the big difference is why do we want Maresca out? Why? Are we in a great position? We're in a great position. We just got a bit unlucky with the strikers. They went down, like we were saying with Coach a bit earlier. The strikers went down right after a couple of hours after deadline day. They both went down at the same time. That was a big loss. Yeah. We struggled for a couple of games till Neto played there, and we got back to winning ways. So that's probably enough for that. Mabast keeps asking, what is Joao Felix's best position? Joao Felix best positions. Well, he's a 10. Yeah, that's his position behind the strikers as a 10. 100% his best position. He can control the game there. He can shoot. He can pass. He can dribble. But as we've saw, another thing everybody's complaining about, why did we sign players and they left 6 months later? Well, sometimes it doesn't work out. It's like keep telling people, it's not a video game. Some players want to play more. They don't like something about the coach. They don't like something about other players. There's so many things that can be. And like Coach was saying, if they don't want to be there, it's better to let them go. It's simple as that. Renato Vega's another good, he's gone. He's actually playing at least, and he got injured. He's not playing, but at least he's playing. Joao Felix had an amazing first game, and since then he's been missing, and Milan want him out now because he's not good. So I love it. Again, that really quick thinking. He got there, he played one game, I think 2 games really good. I mean, it was all over the place. Felix is the best, he's so good, blah, 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 blah. 5 games now, horrible. They want him out. The fans want him out. Everybody wants him out. So, I mean, which one is it? So I think with Felix, I think people should know by now. It's that's why I questioned when we signed him. I had a fear this was going to happen because it's happened his whole career, and it happened again, unfortunately. Look, it was part of the Gallagher deal. I think we had no choice. We had to just get it done, and it is what it is. We can still sell him for a decent sum, so it's no big deal. Exactly, the Bluetooth game. Yeah, too early to be Maresca. Who replaces him? You can't just. But how can you call a coach out that was basically in 4th position? All right, we had a bad run and we slipped to 6th, and we were like 3 points off 4th. How can you manager out such a young team? And at that stage, how can you call for a manager out? He hasn't done anything wrong. Yeah, we went on a bad run, but he hasn't really done anything wrong. He's not perfect. He's not perfect at all, but I still criticize him, but 100% I back him. Of course I'm going to back him.
I'm backing him 100%. He's not been perfect, just like you mentioned. One thing I blame him for is this: he had the opportunity to create a good competition between Cole Palmer and Joao Felix.
Yes.
From my opinion, I had he done that, I think Cole Palmer probably would be doing much better right now. Let me
ask you this, Coach.
There'd be less pressure on him. But what he was doing, he was trying to find a way to accommodate them both in the same game, which is not bad. But for me, if I were him, I'd create a healthy competition between Cole Palmer and Joao Felix, and
100%.
less pressure on Cole Palmer, and he didn't do that. Something like that.
And I criticized him. We were telling you that privately. And I'm like, he needs to rotate him a bit more and play him a bit more. But do you think he would have, looking back at it, do you think Joao Felix is the type of guy, if he played 4 or 5 more games, he would have still stayed, or he would have won it out to be the star and be a starter?
I think it comes down to man management. If he becomes Cole, you rest today, let Joao Felix play tomorrow, and they're both performing. I think usually players, when they see this guy's, or I played last week and this guy is playing today, and next week I get to play some sort of rotation, they're usually okay with it. They want the team to do well overall. But in the case of Joao Felix, there are games we thought, he will definitely start in the Premier League, that he didn't start. It doesn't have to be him coming in for Cole Palmer, if you get my opinion. I think the way it happened, even though he was doing well in the Conference League, there were games we thought, he'd play in the Premier League, that he didn't get to play. And because he sees himself as a big player, we realized at the time that that those you say missed opportunities for him to get game time in the Premier League will probably lead to him not being happy. We thought the same about Nkunku when Jackson was struggling. That's something else I'd blame Maresca for. Even though Nkunku, when he had the opportunities to come in and show that, yeah, he should be starting in the Premier League, he didn't take those opportunities. But there were times we expected him to start and he didn't start.
But coach, this is a perfect example where you can see
Yeah.
the player's mentality.
Yeah,
and Felix. You see the mentality difference. Nkunku didn't play just as much, probably less actually. He still stayed and he didn't complain. Okay,
he stayed because probably the Pacho didn't really work out. He wanted to leave. Bayern wanted him. I think the asking price was the issue.
This is not nothing's been confirmed ever. It hasn't been confirmed. It's just rumors, so we don't know.
I think I'd have to give off and say, yeah, just rumors because it didn't happen. But yes, then the truth remains: his body language of late has improved.
He was like that from always, coach. He was like that from the start. Every time he played,
that was again that period during the transfer window. He looked as if he'd already left. It was just his body was still at Chelsea. His spirit was long gone.
I've been telling you this for a long time. It's just how he plays. It's just his physique, the way he moves, his appearance. It's just how he is. That he's always been like that. That's how he's always done. Even if you look back, you look back at Red Bull, what he does. Second striker behind the striker always does the same thing.
I'd have to disagree. Body language thing, in my opinion, to us again the end of again that period where Jackson even when he came in for Jackson, he wasn't that you could say at that time it wasn't
Coach, do you mean
a body language issue. It was about him, the system not really, you say him not getting used to the way at the time he hadn't gotten used to how the manager wants him to play. But before then, Jackson was fully fit. Whenever he gets a chance, whenever he's on the pitch, he comes across as disinterested to me. He did come across as disinterested at the time to me.
Yeah.
But that's just me. But go ahead with what you were saying.
Because that's how he looks. He's got a sad face, first of all. He doesn't smile much. Number two, he doesn't press. And he's never pressed at Red Bull either. Playing behind the striker, he was always, jogging around, running around. When he gets the ball, yeah, he'll.
I mean, he's awful off the ball.
Correct, but he's always been like that.
He's actually worse than Felix off the ball.
Correct. Yes, and that's why his body language comes across even worse, especially when you got players in front of you in that position that do 10 times more work. Unfortunately, that's just who he is. That's how he's always been. He just had the right system for him and the right setup and the right players around him to cover those deficiencies. So, yeah, he can't be a lead striker. That he could never be that. And unfortunately, that's what he was for us when he played, a lead striker. So, look, it is what it is. But I still think with the Joao Felix, I think even if he still played an extra 5 games instead of Palmer, he still would have left. Because he wants to be that guy to be starting. He wants to start that position. Yeah. I don't think he can suck it up anymore. I think he wants to be a starter. I think it's finished that he wants to play backup. Sorry, coach, you're on mute. Can't hear you. Coach, you're on mute.
No, what did you say?
You're on mute. We couldn't hear what you were saying.
I apologize. I was saying, I was agreeing with you. I saw something red today.
I'm sure you were.
I'm not reading that.
Sure you were.
I am not going to read that. And I'm serious.
Saw something red today. You can driving the ball in the box. Yeah, he's done that before.
I'm sorry, I have a very dirty mind, and I'm not going to read that.
We know, coach. Those red lights are flashing around the back.
Yeah, sign of someone being in the H negative place.
Yeah, every now and then you can see the red coming up every now and then.
Yeah, so if you're in the comment section and you have any questions, drop it. We'll try to address this. I don't know. Nobody here to look at their numbers. Top rated Reece James, 8.3. Does well there in terms of controlling the game. But off the ball, doesn't have the pace to catch up. And like Dante mentioned, Casado saved him on occasions. Something else I wanted to talk about. Nkunku. A lot of people have issues with him. Um, what if you understand football? You understand. I think was it that game against Aston Villa? Ah, gosh, give me 1 second.
Oh,
Give me 1
that's
second.
yours. I thought that was my son waking up. It's your one. Yeah, damn coach. Correct the blue. Yeah. God damn coach. What is he thinking, this guy? Always.
Yeah. So what I was going to say is this. What was it again? Am I losing it here? Nkunku, was it against Aston Villa? Correct me if I'm wrong. We struggled more when he left the pitch, right? And
Um
yeah, I think we
yeah,
struggled.
yeah, yeah. I
Yeah.
think so.
Here's
But
why.
the game, they were already finished by,
Yeah,
it wouldn't have made a
but
difference,
here's the
coach.
thing. But we struggled a lot more when he left the pitch. A lot of things people don't understand. Nkunku is experience. Nkunku, he's not into almost always trying to dribble his man. He looks if there's no space, if the dribble will not yield result, he turns back and passes it backwards or sideways. And that's actually a critical behavior on the pitch.
Yeah. Look, he's got I'll let you take care of that. He's got good traits, but the system just doesn't really suit him. He cannot play as a lone striker. This is, yeah, it is a problem. Unfortunately, he can't do that role. Which at the start of the season, I said I can see him doing that role in the Maresca system, but he's got the abilities, but he's not really doing it. He does drop deep, but he never gets back up forward when he needs to, and he just roams around.
Yeah,
There's
and
not enough
what I want
movement.
to say, what I wanted to say is this: in those games, even though he didn't score a goal, that Aston Villa game in particular, we struggled when he was taking off. Why? He's experienced enough. He knows when to try to attack and when to slow it down. You can say, let me
Yeah,
just
yeah,
simplify the language. He can control the game, and when you don't have somebody able to control the game, uh, you will not be able to, you could say, play well. We lost control of the game the moment he was taken off. We weren't perfect, but we became worse when he was taken off. But unfortunately, people what matters score goal, create a chances, dribble someone, then it counts.
yeah.
Controlling the game is
The
not somebody a lot of people. It's not something a lot of people understand how it really works.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
The only problem,
Yeah.
sorry, coach, before you move on, the only problem with that is that he does that from a striking position, and then you can't do that from there. That's not the place to do
Again,
that
it
from.
depends on the personnel on the pitch. He's paired, the people he's paired with, in my opinion. But you make a good point. Yeah. I'm not talking to you. Joao Felix is currently on holiday to AC Milan at the H place. Yeah, you know. Let's see what else we have here. Can we shout out Kukurea? What a
Yeah,
player. What a player. And I'm happy that I was one of those that didn't give up on him when people were busy calling for the club to sell him. I'm happy to have been one of those that defended him. It's people at the time didn't really understand the sort of player he is. One thing that if you understand football, you see that you can say he comes across as erratic, but that's him, and that's whenever he comes across as erratic, one thing you should know that he's effective. Again, he's applying himself properly in that game, and he does really, really well. He's become more polished, I'd have to admit, and
going forward.
defends
Yeah,
very
yeah,
well, attacks very well, and one standout skill of his is his ability to find passing lanes where you don't know one exists. Dante, go ahead. You were saying something.
yeah. His forward game has improved under Maresca.
Hmm.
That's another thing. Maresca's criticism: he doesn't improve players. Okay, well, he's definitely improved a lot going offensively, crashing in the box, assisting. Another one today. When he came on, he changed the game completely. The way he played.
Enzo Fernandez, right?
Enzo Fernandez, but I'm talking about Cucurella still. He
Oh
had a
yeah,
great
Kukurea
game
still
today.
he's become better. Yeah, Enzo Fernandez has become better.
Yep, yep.
Yeah,
There's players that have come, my opinion, especially early in the season, Jackson was much better. He was doing very well. So there is players he's improved quite a lot as well. But yeah,
And here's something else I want people to know. I want him to get the best out of out of the players and not focus on, you could say, improving them. The fact that part of his job is to improve players shows you that we have a long way to go. But a lot of people don't pay attention
yeah,
to that.
exactly, coach.
Yeah.
Exactly. He's not just he has to improve them a little bit as well. So yes, that's also part of the job. It's not that simple, correct? So
Yeah,
yeah,
so
he's got a lot of
his
young
work
players,
is a little bit more complex than a lot of people know, because we
a lot
have
more
a lot of
complex.
young players, and part of his job must be to improve them and not just to get the best out of them.
Exactly. Yeah, look, he's got a big job. People don't realize he's got quite a big job. And people should know this. You saw, even though I didn't like Pochettino or X, he still had a very big job at hand. He had a big job as well. So they still have a big job ahead of. It's not just coaching and that. He's got to do a lot more. He's got to improve the players as well. Um, yeah, it's a big job, and that's why I think he's doing extraordinarily well. What he's doing with his mentality,
Mhm.
but he's got the mentality for it. He's a tough cookie, so he's got the mentality. He won't break from it, and that's why he'll succeed.
Yeah, and Jimmy KCV says Nkunku is a top player playing in a poor system. I wouldn't call the system poor. I'd rather a system that doesn't suit him, that doesn't work for him. Frustrating he didn't get the chance in the early season. Injuries didn't help matters too for him. Nkunku cannot play as a first nine. I think he's best deployed as a second striker. That's his thing. No, coach, that's called cul-de-sac. Yeah, Sanchez suffers from the same mentality. I think we're not judging that correctly. If there's space to exploit, Sancho exploits the space. But if it is tight and he sees that he will be probably lead to him losing the ball, or it will be useless, he recycles the ball. And that comes down to the manager's demand. That's just how I see it right now. If the case is otherwise, I will find out. But right now, I think, we'd rather recycle the ball than try to dribble when there's no space for the dribble to be effective. Don't try it. That's my opinion.
And
And
coach,
Kunku is
sorry,
not a
yeah,
number
with
nine.
Sancho,
Yeah, go ahead.
just with Sancho, I've been saying it all season. He needs to play on the right hand side. You saw the first game he
Yeah.
played on the right hand side. He was amazing because his attributes are more suited for a right hand side player than a left hand side. He only runs down the line and cuts back. That's it. He doesn't really go inside much, like
Hmm.
centrally inside. You saw the game
Yeah.
he played against Southampton on the right hand side. He had an amazing game. He was coming into the middle, taking plays on the outside, on the others. He was everywhere because he's not limited to just his left foot and on the left side. He's
Hmm.
much more suited to the right side, and I hope that's a sign of things to come. I hope he keeps continue playing him there because that's even at Dortmund. That's where he played his best football on the right hand side, not on the left.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna catch up with what we have. We'll come back to the panel and we call it a day. He says, I need my wingers to attack the box. We're so easy to defend against the teams that literally play attack versus defense in training, bro, and defend always comes up on top, unless the training is a couple. I think we're reading with those times where you see our wingers that wingers are not attacking the box. So there's no way to attack the box. Actually, I know. Yeah, the argument under Maresca, he likes his wingers to hug the line quite a lot, but we're misjudging the whole thing. And by the time we perfected, and he's an idealistic manager. I think it'd be right to say that. Um, we need patience. His case will end up becoming a team like Pep Guardiola's team, where you know exactly how we're going to play. The issue now is, are you going to be able to stop us? Yeah,
Correct.
yeah. So he needs patience, but let's see what happens. Coach, the problem is that little spell we spent in second place that had everyone gassed. We now need to we now need to manage our expectations. We knew at the time. A lot of people were sarcastically pretentiously saying we're not in a title race, but deep down they felt like we were in a title race. But people that understood on what's going on at the time were arguing, yeah, mathematically we were in the title race at the time, but in terms of where we are from the perspective of our project, we're not. And I remember Bobby saying something to the effect of, if we remained there in around February, March period, then yeah, it'd be correct to argue that we're in the title race. If that makes sense. But yeah, that's why a lot of people, when things started going down south, a lot of them, it was difficult to take. Yeah, they lost it. They joined the plan for the senseless protest, in my opinion, and I don't mean to disrespect anybody. Let's wait and see. Javier Nkunku is much better behind. Yeah, he's much better as a second striker. But if you ask him, he'd tell you he's a striker. He sees himself as a striker. Basically, a sorry ball. No, because Maresca, in this approach, there's almost always someone overloading spaces. In this case, sorry, people usually used to stick to their positions, moving unison and all that. Man United played Sancho on the left wing, which ruined his confidence. I think he's all right. He's done well at Chelsea. I'm not concerned. Dante, anything else you want to say before we call it a day? I'm tired. I need to get some rest because we still have a show tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm going to sleep as well.
Yeah,
I stayed a bit too long up as well, so I'm falling asleep too. So I'm going as well. We pretty much covered everything.
And it's
good
been,
win.
Yeah, and
good
we didn't lose form.
performance.
And I have to argue you didn't lose form.
Who?
You did not lose form, even though we haven't streamed in a while. You didn't lose form.
No, I'm okay. I go. I play 90 minutes usually.
All right, I want to say thank you to Dante. He was also here during the pre-game show, weren't you? I think you were, right?
I was. Of course.
Yeah.
You're really tired now.
Yeah. It's been an excellent conversation. I appreciate you for finding time to be with me on the panel. And Mabasa05, big up to you. And the Blue, to forget, much love to you. Jeremiah Fawale, who was here. And Jimmy Kada, Jimmy K. Stevie, nice to see you, Mr. Jimmy. I do hope you're doing well. I appreciate you finding the time to join us. And to all of you, if I missed your name, apologies. See you guys next time. God bless us all. And cheers.
Cheers, guys. Take care.
Chelsea, the dream keeps us strong. Through every challenge, we rise, never wrong. With every goal, we fly, hearts on fire. The passion unites us, takes us higher. Keep on singing, support never fades. Together we stand in this blue brigade. Tonight is our night. For Chelsea we stand. Oh yeah. The blue flag flying high, fly From Stamford Bridge, the pride that we share. Each kickoff, each moment, it feels so rare. With faith in our hearts, we chase the dream. Through every match day, we're part of the team. The love for our club is a powerful thing. Together we shout, let the victory ring. Tonight is our night. For Chelsea we stand. Oh yeah. Blue flag flying high, fly high. We're unstoppable. Hear the roar. In blue we trust forevermore. Together we sing hand in hand. For Chelsea forever we'll stand. Tonight is our night. For Chelsea we stand. Oh yeah. Blue flag flying high, fly high. the dream keeps us strong. Through every challenge we rise, never wrong. With every goal we fly, hearts on fire. The passion unites us, takes us higher. Keep on singing, support never fades. Together we stand in this blue brigade. Tonight is our night. For Chelsea we stand. Oh yeah. Blue flag flying high, fly
From Stamford Bridge, the pride that we share. Each kickoff, each moment, it feels so rare. With faith in our hearts, we chase the dream. Through every match day, we're part of the team. The love for our club is a powerful thing. Together we shout, let the victory ring. Tonight is our night. For Chelsea we stand. Oh yeah. Blue flag flying high, fly high. We're unstoppable. Hear the roar. In blue we trust forevermore. Together we sing hand in hand. But Chelsea forever will stand. Tonight is our night. For Chelsea we stand. Oh yeah. Blue flag flying high, fly high. Chelsea, the dream keeps us strong. Through every challenge we rise, never wrong. With every goal we fly, hearts on fire. The passion unites us, takes us higher. Keep on singing, support never fades. Together we stand in this blue brigade. Tonight is our night. For Chelsea we stand. Oh yeah. Blue flag flying high, fly high. From Stamford Bridge, the pride that we share. Each kickoff, each moment, it feels so rare. With faith in our hearts, we chase the dream. Through every match day, we're part of the team. The love for our club is a powerful thing. Together we shout, let the victory ring. Tonight is our night. For Chelsea we stand. Oh yeah. Blue flag flying high, fly high. We're unstoppable. Hear the roar. In blue we trust forevermore. Together we sing hand in hand. But Chelsea forever will stand. Tonight is our night. For Chelsea we stand. Oh yeah. Blue flag flying high, fly high. Chelsea, the dream keeps us strong. Through every challenge we rise, never wrong. With every goal we fly, hearts on fire. The passion unites us, takes us higher. Keep on singing, support never fades. Together we stand in this blue brigade. Tonight is our night. For Chelsea we stand. Oh yeah. Blue flag fly
Each kickoff, each moment, it feels so rare. With faith in our hearts, we chase the dream. Through every match day, we're part of the team. The love for our club is a powerful thing. Together we shout, let the victory ring. Tonight is our night. For Chelsea we stand, oh yeah. Blue flag flying high, fly high. We're unstoppable, hear the roar. In blue we trust forevermore. Together we sing hand in hand. For Chelsea forever we'll stand. Tonight is our night. For Chelsea we stand, oh yeah. Blue flag flying high, fly high. Chelsea, the dream keeps us strong. Through every challenge we rise, never wrong. With every goal we fly, hearts on fire. The passion unites us, takes us higher. Keep on singing, support never fades. Together we stand in this blue brigade. Tonight is our night. For Chelsea we stand, oh yeah. Blue flag flying high, fly high. From Stamford Bridge, the pride that we share. Each kickoff, each moment, it feels so rare. With faith in our hearts, we chase the dream. Through every match day, we're part of the team. The love for our club is a powerful thing. Together we shout, let the victory ring. Tonight is our night. For Chelsea we stand, oh yeah. Blue flag flying high, fly high. We're unstoppable, hear the roar. In blue we trust forevermore. Together we sing hand in hand. For Chelsea forever we'll stand. Tonight is our night. For Chelsea we stand, oh yeah. Blue flag flying high, fly high. Chelsea, the dream keeps us strong. Through every challenge we rise, never wrong. With every goal we fly, hearts on fire. The passion unites us, takes us higher. Keep on singing, support never fades. Together we stand in this blue brigade. Tonight is our night. For Chelsea we stand, oh yeah. Blue flag flying high, fly high. From Stamford Bridge, the pride that we share. Each kickoff, each moment, it feels so rare. With faith in our hearts, we chase the dream. Through every match day, we're part of the team. The love for our club is a powerful thing. Together we shout, let the victory ring. Tonight is our night. For Chelsea we stand, oh yeah. Blue flag flying high, fly high. We're unstoppable, hear the Chelsea forever will stand. Tonight is our night. For Chelsea we stand. Oh yeah. Blue flag flying high, fly Chelsea, the dream keeps us strong. Through every challenge we rise, never wrong. With every goal we fly, hearts on fire. The passion unites us, takes us higher. Keep on singing, support never fades. Together we stand in this blue brigade. Tonight is our night. For Chelsea we stand. Oh yeah. Blue flag flying high, fly from Stamford Bridge, the pride that we share. Each kickoff, each moment, it feels so rare. With faith in our hearts, we chase the dream. Through every match day, we're part of the team. The love for our club is a powerful thing. Together we shout, let the victory ring. Tonight is our night. For Chelsea we stand. Oh yeah. Blue flag flying high, fly high. We're unstoppable. Hear the roar. In blue we trust forevermore. Together we sing hand in hand. But Chelsea forever will stand. Tonight is our night. For Chelsea we stand. Oh yeah. Blue flag flying high, fly high. Chelsea, the dream keeps us strong. Through every challenge we rise, never wrong. With every goal we fly, hearts on fire. The passion unites us, takes us higher. Keep on singing, support never fades. Together we stand in this blue brigade. Tonight is our night. For Chelsea we stand. Oh yeah. Blue flag flying high, fly high. From Stamford Bridge, the pride that we share. Each kickoff, each moment, it feels so rare. With faith in our hearts, we chase the dream. Through every match day, we're part of the team. The love for our club is a powerful thing. Together we shout, let the victory ring. Tonight is our night. For Chelsea we stand. Oh yeah. Blue flag flying high, fly high. We're unstoppable. Hear the roar. In blue we trust forevermore. Together we sing hand in hand. But Chelsea forever will stand. Tonight is our night. For Chelsea we stand. Oh yeah. Blue flag flying high, fly high. Chelsea, the dream keeps us strong. Through every challenge we rise, never wrong. With every goal we fly, hearts on fire. The passion unites us, takes us higher. Keep on singing, support never fades. Together we stand in this blue brigade. Tonight is our night. For Chelsea we stand. Oh yeah. Blue flag flying high, fly high. From Stamford Bridge, the pride that we share. Each kickoff, each moment, it feels so rare. With faith in our hearts, we chase the dream. Through every match day, we're part of the team. The love for our club is a powerful thing. Together we shout, let the victory ring. Tonight is our night. For Chelsea we stand. Oh yeah. Blue flag flying high, fly high. We're unstoppable. Hear the roar. In blue we trust forevermore. Together we sing hand in hand. For Chelsea forever we'll stand. Tonight is our night. For Chelsea we stand. Oh yeah. Blue flag flying high, fly high. Chelsea, the dream keeps us strong. Through every challenge we rise, never wrong. With every goal we fly, hearts on fire. The passion unites us, takes us higher. Keep on singing, support never fades. Together we stand in this blue brigade. Tonight is our night. For Chelsea we stand. Oh yeah. Blue flag flying high, fly high. From Stamford Bridge, the pride that we share. Each kickoff, each moment, it feels so rare. With faith in our hearts, we chase the dream. Through every match day, we're part of the team. The love for our club is a powerful thing. Together we shout, let the victory ring. Tonight is our night. For Chelsea we stand. Oh yeah. Blue flag flying high, fly high. We're unstoppable. Hear the roar. In blue we trust forevermore. Together we sing hand in hand. For Chelsea forever we'll stand. Tonight is our night. For Chelsea we stand. Oh yeah. Blue flag flying high, fly high. Chelsea, the dream keeps us strong. Through every challenge we rise, never wrong. With every goal we fly, hearts on fire. The passion unites us, takes us higher. Keep on singing, support never fades. Together we stand in this blue brigade. Tonight is our night. For Chelsea we stand. Oh yeah. Blue flag flying high, fly the pride that we share. Each kickoff, each moment, it feels so rare. With faith in our hearts, we chase the dream. Through every match day, we're part of the team. The love for our club is a powerful thing. Together we shout, let the victory ring. Tonight is our night. For Chelsea we stand, oh yeah. Blue flag flying high, fly high. We're unstoppable, hear the roar. In blue we trust forevermore. Together we sing hand in hand. For Chelsea forever we'll stand. Tonight is our night. For Chelsea we stand, oh yeah. Blue flag flying high, fly high. Chelsea, the dream keeps us strong. Through every challenge we rise, never wrong. With every goal we fly, hearts on fire. The passion unites us, takes us higher. Keep on singing, support never fades. Together we stand in this blue brigade. Tonight is our night. For Chelsea we stand, oh yeah. Blue flag flying high, fly high. From Stamford Bridge, the pride that we share. Each kickoff, each moment, it feels so rare. With faith in our hearts, we chase the dream. Through every match day, we're part of the team. The love for our club is a powerful thing. Together we shout, let the victory ring. Tonight is our night. For Chelsea we stand, oh yeah. Blue flag flying high, fly high. We're unstoppable, hear the roar. In blue we trust forevermore. Together we sing hand in hand. But Chelsea forever will stand. Tonight is our night. For Chelsea we stand, oh yeah. Blue flag flying high, fly high. Chelsea, the dream keeps us strong. Through every challenge we rise, never wrong. With every goal we fly, hearts on fire. The passion unites us, takes us higher. Keep on singing, support never fades. Together we stand in this blue brigade. Tonight is our night. For Chelsea we stand, oh yeah. Blue flag flying high, fly high. From Stamford Bridge, the pride that we share. Each kickoff, each moment, it feels so rare. With faith in our hearts, we chase the dream. Through every match day, we're part of the team. The love for our club is a powerful thing. Together we shout, let the victory ring. Tonight is our night. For Chelsea we stand, oh yeah. Blue flag flying high, fly high. We're unstoppable, Chelsea forever.